Making a uplifting trap beat for J. Cole and Kanye. It's kind of a random idea. I was literally just making a beat like I always do, and that's just the first start that popped into my head, like who would jump on this beat, and I thought, yeah, like certainly J. Cole, definitely J. Cole, but Kanye as well, like I just reckon he'd be on that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think anyway in the comments. But before we do jump into this video, today's producer chat is going to be, who do you think is the most influential producer in the last 5 years? Like, who has made the most waves? Who has influenced the most producers? Like, who do you think is basically the GOAT of the last sort of 5 years? For me, I'm just gonna have to say Metro. I feel like he's just inspired so many producers with like melodies and bounce and like drum selection, sound selection, and not just making beats, but also like how to like carry yourself as a producer, like how to make moves and just like how to work with specific artists and just build them up. Like, I don't know, I just feel like he's been at the forefront of producing for the last sort of 5 years. But let me know what you guys think anyway. Let's talk about it. So that's another sound from my my Omnisphere bank that's dropping. The Blood Moon Omnisphere bank. That's just gonna be so good. There's so many good sounds in this thing. I may as well just keep using it. I've been using it so much. I like that, I like that. It's got a nice feel to it. Let me just fix this with an EQ. I love that. That little delay it's got is really, really interesting. Turn that down a tiny bit more. EQ it out as well. Just a little bit of reverb. I was thinking about adding it to the chords, but I think it just would ruin the nice delay that I've already got. It sounds really good. That's a nice bit of texture to actually. Alright, I think that's enough melodies. That's pretty insane. Let me just organise this as to what I actually want playing in the main part of the beat. Probably just these two. For the drums, that's what I'm going to use. Before I jump into the drums, I'll do a quick breakdown of the melodies because there's quite a few. All of those were with my new Omnisphere bank. So we're working in C minor. First one we got is this Omnisphere patch, sort of like bell. You got that. Next thing is the chords. Sort of like a string instrument, but that delay sounds so good. Next we got the bass. Weird synth bass, I don't know, experimental. The exhale as well. And then we got, last thing we've got is this guitar. So yeah, you've heard them all together. Pretty basic bouncy hi-hat pattern right there. sounds really good. For me, for the 808, I really like to make it in the same pattern as like my melodies, just so I know like what I'm doing with it. Like, it's just easier, and also in an octave above as well. Okay, so for the drums, I'll break this down really quick. Clap, hi-hat, I've got to copy the fucking open hats over. Little perk. And I did a little perk roll at the end as well, which is pretty nice. Kick and the crash. There's a vocal in there as well, and then the 808. So that's all of that. Bouncy drums, very simple. Something like that. I think I can do a halftime on this part actually. Okay, so this is the final beat. I'm just going to talk to you guys a bit about it, explain what I've done with my arrangement and everything, a little bit more about the beat, and then we're going to listen to the full version. So basically, the chords are literally made up of 2 chords, just alternating like this. But when you pair it with a good melody, it doesn't matter, it still sounds really complex and interesting, well, not even complex, just good. Like you don't even notice it really. For like my breakdown as well, like at the end of the verse, I've thrown back in the guitar and this bass as well. I just feel like it's a nice change from the 808, and it's better than having nothing there as well. We tracked the rises in, tagged it. Also with this little arrangement here, basically for the verse I've half-timed the main melody. So it essentially goes from this to this. Just helps separate the chorus and the verse, and it sounds really good as well. For the last part where the drums are in the verse, I've literally just cut it a little bit short, so it sounds a little bit like, well, you'll find out, but yeah. I thought it sounded pretty good. And then yeah, literally normal arrangement. We got the intro, hook, verse, and then it repeats. So it goes hook, verse, hook, verse, hook. Yeah, you can do whatever structure you want, but that's just what I always do. Habit. But yeah, like I said, all the melodies, including the synth bass, actually not all the melodies, all of them except for the contact, all the omnispheres are made from my new omnisphere bank, the Blood Moon omnisphere bank, which is my second one, which is dropping within the next week or so. So make sure you guys look out for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's listen to this final beat anyway. Let's get it.
Jack, this one's cold.
The blue line, fucked on that bitch, only caught her a few times. Ay, went to the store, bought a new 9. Me and bro got to her already blue man. Ay, no, but you can't have my new line. I'm just gon' fucking kick back like a full time.